Yes, my beautiful subscriber, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Devon. Today I have a very quick and easy meal, and these seasons should be common among you guys. Now, these are my go-to. This is a mixed seafood seasoning with some other seasoning in here, and we have all-purpose. We have chicken seasoning, we have ginger, we have allspice, which is pimento, and we have some turmeric, which is grounded turmeric, and we also have about a shrimp. So if you have a family and you come home from work and you want to fix something quick for everybody, you probably, it depends on the size of your family, you probably need more white potato. So we have an onion, have one yellow onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 stalk of scallion, which is otherwise called green onion, and a carrot. So this is gonna be quick and easy. So guys, I'm not a pro when it comes to chopping up vegetables, so I am going to chop these up and then I will come back to showing you all the process of getting this meal ready. So stay tuned and watch for that part. Alright guys, so I've done all the chopping, and this is a carrot and a potato all chopped up, and all the natural seasoning right here, include the fresh thyme, and not last but not least, habanero pepper. So first thing first, we're gonna add some oil in the pot, and then get the stove light. Alright, so we're gonna add the natural seasoning first. The reason for that is we are marinating the seasoning to get the garlic and the onion and the thyme to fuse with the oil, so we get that nice romantic or nice flavored. And that's one of the reasons why I use a fresh garlic, guys. Fresh garlic is everything fresh like that, you get more flavor. So let me get some stuff in oil. And I'm not a fan of cooking oil too much unless it's coconut oil, so I don't use a whole lot. But if you think you need more oil, you can always add more. Also, we are going in with the turmeric. You can also use curry for this, but I choose to use turmeric because I have the turmeric, and I also prefer it above the curry. So if you don't have turmeric, turmeric is curry. So it's just that they add other flavors into the curry, you know, to give you that nice taste. But that authentic taste you get from the turmeric, you won't get it to the curry because it's a mixture with other stuff. Give me a minute, guys. Hello? You don't see it? Alright, I'm coming. Okay, so now that the onion and everything sauteed, we're gonna add the vegetables. I don't think the pot can hold everything, but I am gonna try to see if it will fit. And we're we're gonna close the pot. We're gonna add the powder seasoning first before we do so. First one, Maggi all-purpose. And as I say, I don't measure it, but I know it's around a tablespoon. Next one is the Maggi chicken season. Same amount, tablespoon. And as I said, guys, if you cannot do it like me, then please measure. And for the mixed seasoning, which is the seafood seasoning mixed with other seasoning, a tablespoon. The ginger, half teaspoon. And for the allspice, just a quarter of a teaspoon, because it's very strong flavored, so you don't want to add too much of that. You might not like the taste. And we are going to cover that, let it cook a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Let it cook for at least 15 to 20 minutes before adding anything else in the pot. So you're gonna give it a stir, so the ones at the bottom come up and the ones at the top goes down. You just stir it until you see all the fresh ones from the top go to the bottom and the ones at the bottom on top. That way they cook even. Like I say, this is a meal. You can do it for family. Depend on the size of your family, you add more of whatever you choose to add. And the last thing we'll go in is the shrimp. So we're just gonna let this steam cook. So it's a stir fry vegetable shrimp, and we're just gonna wait, let it cook for 15 minutes, then add the shrimp. Yes guys, so now I'm going to add the shrimp. You can see the stir fry of the vegetables, how they come together. So now it's time for me to add the shrimp. So you know, you can also use a bigger pot if you're using, which you guys must know that, so you have to use a bigger pot depending on the amount, but I should have used a bigger pot so that my can saute the right way. But I already chopped the vegetables and I didn't want to waste it, so I decided to use all of it. But it's gonna get cooked, guys, so stay tuned while I add the shrimp on top, and the shrimp gonna finish cook everything. And the shrimp is frozen. Also, shrimp spring a lot of water if you guys are not familiar with that. Yeah, shrimp spring a lot of water. Even if you don't use the frozen shrimp, the shrimp by itself always bring a lot of water. So we just cover it and make it slow cook. Then we get a stir. And we can also, you must also taste your pot to know if you need to add more season. Okay guys, welcome back. So the dish is now ready. As I said, the stir fry vegetable and shrimp. So the vegetable is cooked, the shrimp is ready. And remember what I said, that shrimp bring a lot of water. You see all that juice come from the shrimp. Everything is fully cooked. And I have another way where you can fix the potato, where you just stir fry it, saute it, and that's it. So I am going to share some of this in a bowl so you guys can see what it look like in a plate. And as I say, you can use it with rice if you choose to, or you can just use it as a meal. It is enough vegetables and shrimp to fill you up. So I don't think you need the rice with this, guys. You don't have to use rice with this. Hope you guys can see this bowl. And this is what it look like. That's a full meal right there. That's dinner, right? Because the potato now fully up, so that's a dinner right there for one person. So if you watch the video so far, like, comment, share and subscribe. See you in the next one.